Good, happy Friday afternoon. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Friday afternoon edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. Let's get started right now. First up, we're going to begin with a look at the weather from meteorologist Kevin Skrupa. Kevin Skrupa says snow moving through, winter storm warning in effect at the coast. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Kevin Skrupa.
Let's see what we got.
Clubs tested by the hot list experts.
It's like a hot knife. Recording this update for you right around 8 o'clock in the morning, and we continue to have the snowfall across a good part of the state. It is steadiest and at times heavy in some southern parts where we have a winter weather advisory and a winter storm warning posted until this evening. While the main accumulation is expected to wind down around 2 or 3 o'clock this afternoon, there is going to be a wind that might blow and drift some of this around later this afternoon and this evening. But the bottom line is, if you have an evening commute, I think it should be a lot better than the traveling conditions we have out there now. Steady is through about 11 o'clock this morning. The highest amounts expected to be in some southern and southeastern parts of the state, where you're closer to the area of low pressure making its closest pass around lunchtime today. Lesser amounts farther north and west. So the impact is highest this morning. By the time we get to lunchtime, there will be some accumulation still happening, but it will be slowing down, and that will leave us to a much better evening commute as well. You can clearly see here on Storm Tracker as of 8 a.m. the most focused of the snow south of the White Mountains, going all the way into southern and southeastern New Hampshire. There are a few spots and upwards of 2 inches of accumulation. Area of low pressure racing northeastward now, so there is a back edge here, and that will be moving across the state between about 1 and 3 o'clock this afternoon. If you want to get out and clean up, I think you'll be able to do that in most locations before sunset tonight. A light, fluffy snow to greet you as you are cleaning up. That's the good news here, is with temperatures in the 20s, there isn't a lot of moisture content involved in that snow, and it will be rather easy to move in most locations. You can see by 5 o'clock this afternoon, accumulation is done. That wind turning to the northwest will be gusting over 20 miles an hour tonight. It'll provide a wind chill early tomorrow morning if you're headed outdoors. And then tomorrow we'll be in the 20s with the breeze relenting through the afternoon and with sunshine. More clouds will build in Saturday night. Sunday afternoon, a front drops in, and along with that, there will be some scattered mixed shower activity with highs in the 30s. That will be the leading edge of colder air, which comes right out of central Canada. Will hover around in the lower half of the 20s in southern parts of the state on Monday, and only in the teens up north, and we're not done there. Coldest air of the season starts to arrive during the daylight hours Monday and is here through Wednesday afternoon. We could be sub-zero statewide early on Wednesday morning. Best chance of over 6 inches of snow will be in a couple of southern areas that overperform with that light, fluffy nature to the snow, and in some southeastern spots. Lesser amounts farther back to the west and up north as you're farther away from that area of low pressure as it makes its closest pass. There's a look at a rocky 7-day forecast as far as temperatures are concerned. Little climb for Sunday, but that is midwinter temperatures for Tuesday and Wednesday.
Okay, and there you go on that weather forecast from meteorologist Kevin Skrupa. Brr, cold weather coming ahead. Cold, cold, cold. Thank you for that weather forecast, Kevin. Have a great rest of your afternoon. New Hampshire State Police. Be cautious while driving through Friday's snowfall. Let's take a listen to this interview from New Hampshire State Police.
This is a family business. The next logical leaders would be Amber and myself.
Jesse and I are teaming up on a new business.
Sergeant Vince Grieco with Troop D joins us live on the phone right now. Good morning, Sergeant. We wanted to know if you've responded to any issues so far.
Hi, good morning. No, as of right now, there have been no weather-related crashes. Snow is obviously beginning to fall, but road conditions are still holding pretty good at the time.
And go ahead, Sean. Sorry.
Give us some idea of what your concerns are in a morning like this, especially after what happened on Wednesday with all that ice out there. Are you concerned about people driving?
Sure, of course. As this storm develops and moves across the state, we want to ask all drivers to exercise those winter-related driving tips that they've heard before. obviously reduce your speed, avoid hard braking, and leave that extra distance between yourself and others. And like any other storm, the same will be for this storm. Is once that storm is over, we'd ask everyone to take that extra minute and remember to clear the snow off their vehicle before they head back out onto the roadway.
Again, this is going to be a long-duration storm, 12 hours approximately. So it's going to be going on for most of the day. It's going to be a busy day for you folks.
It sure is. Well, we have plenty of manpower, staff, and troopers out there helping anybody that needs it, and helping DOT be able to keep those roadways clear for everybody to be able to safely travel on.
All right, Sergeant Vince Grieco with New Hampshire State Police joining us on the phone tonight with that warning to be safe out there and certainly clear off your cars as the snow comes down today. Thank you very much.
Okay, and there you go on that interview with a New Hampshire State Police trooper talking about the conditions. If you do need to head out, be safe. New Hampshire DOT officials say drivers should postpone travel Friday morning if they can. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Eileen Meany with the Department of Transportation joins us on the phone. And Eileen, how many crews do you have out there right now, and has COVID impacted your staffing levels?
Well, I think COVID's impacted all of us in one way, shape, or form. But in terms of our response this morning, all available trucks and personnel are out. We have roughly, I believe, 631 heavy pieces of equipment. In addition, we have some one-ton and some brighting equipment that we use in storms. And so we're all out, and we've been out, depending on where you are in the state, since midnight.
It was such a busy morning on Wednesday, as you know, because of the icing out there. How is this a different storm to tackle for you folks at DOT?
Each storm poses a different set of challenges. This one is more of a snow event, and so we'll be out doing a lot of plowing. And it looks like, based on road temperatures and air temperatures, it's pretty much a statewide impact. We've been out statewide since, like I said, about midnight, with different crews coming on more like 3 a.m. But it looks like we are experiencing snow throughout the state and difficult travel throughout the state. And so if people can postpone travel this morning, that's a better thing for everyone.
And Eileen, of course, we always recommend that people do not crowd the plow out there. And I'm just wondering, when it comes to this storm, how did you prepare for it?
Yesterday, as we knew the storm was coming in, all of our trucks and equipment got set up and ready. We've been in action pretty much regularly since the holidays. I know we've all spent a lot of time together since the holidays in terms of response, and so we are well into our winter season. We are always prepared. And so our staff was gearing up yesterday. They got some rest and went out late last night, early this morning.
And really quick, Eileen, speed limits on the highways, have they been lowered?
I have not yet seen any down posting, but that does not mean it's not coming. Looking at grip factor statewide, which is, the ability of your tire to stay on the roadway, grip factors are low, and so I recommend that people go slow, drive for conditions, and as you said, don't fret our plow.
All right, Eileen Meany joining us from the phone from New Hampshire DOT this morning. Yeah, those crews working as hard as they can this morning. Give them some space.
The antioxidant goodness in Palm Wonderful makes it a potent...
Okay, and there you go on that video. Seacoast area expected to get several inches of snow from the storm. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
The feel-great hit comes home. Sing too. I love you! On demand now.
Aaron, we have seen some changes here. Early this morning, we did have big, heavy, wet snowflakes coming by. You can see the plow going by right now. There are probably a couple of inches of snow here on the ground at Hampton Beach. We haven't had a lot of people around, but you can see also another plow coming as well. That did take a drive around, and the roads were snow covered, and you can see a couple of inches of snow on the ground here. They're getting set to clear, make sure that people can get where they need to go. It is slow going though, so bear that in mind. Reporting live at Hampton Beach, Ray Brewer, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Belmont rep declares pandemic over during New Hampshire House debate. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
But the pandemic divide between Democrats and Republicans remains as deep as ever, with one GOP rep wanting to return to the State House, declaring the COVID-19 pandemic over.
This bill further perpetuates a pandemic that has come to an end when I then press the red button.
An effort by House Democrats to pass a remote access option for all House business failed along party lines. They contend it would boost pandemic safety and participation. Republicans believe conducting hearings via Zoom makes things worse.
The House members have come to regard each other as talking heads on a screen. Because of that, I believe our processes are broken down. There's more animosity, less collegiality, and it's really important that we get back to that.
In Manchester, Adam Sexton, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. More than 400 closings, delays, remote learning, switches reported in New Hampshire for Friday. Snow has led to more than 400 schools and institutions across New Hampshire to either close or delay their opening time Friday morning. Other institutions opted to switch to remote learning. And a reminder, Jessica's Law requires drivers in New Hampshire to clear the snow, ice off vehicles. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9 for this reminder.
Would you like to save at least $250 and possibly save lives before you head out on the road today? It is simple. Just simply clean the snow off your vehicle. As the governor was just saying, drivers are required to remove snow and ice before hitting the roads. It's called Jessica's Law, named for Jessica Jo Smith. She was killed in a car accident in Peterborough when a 9-foot piece of ice flew off a tractor trailer and struck her vehicle. Failing to properly clear your vehicle can bring fines up to $500 for a first offense.
Okay, so remember to clean off your vehicle, the snow and ice. And that does it for this afternoon edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. Thank you for tuning in and watching this afternoon broadcast, and have a great rest of your afternoon. See you back here later on today for another newscast. Goodbye.